Hey, Brad and Eduardo. My name is Natalie Ward, and I spoke briefly on the phone with Ziamara, and I told her that I was going to be sending you guys this video. And in this, I have an overview of your guys' website and some stuff you could do to help improve it. So I want to show you 3 things that you can do today to bring in more customers to your business. And most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, you're occupied running a business, managing employees, visiting job sites. And for me, I'm a nerd. I love this stuff, but mostly I really just care about helping businesses grow. And sometimes the only hesitation that businesses have to hiring somebody is they don't know who is an expert and they don't know who they can trust. So I found that by giving people this free video of actual things that you can do to impact your business has resulted in some business owners coming back to me and asking for my help with this. So if by the end of this video, you like what you've heard and see that I have value to add, shoot me a message and we can chat further. Or if you simply want to take this information and implement it yourselves, I'm fine with that too. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition. I want to talk to you about content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing I want to go over is content. And content is queen because Google is not a human, right? They got the tiny little minion robots behind the scenes that are crawling the web, and they're looking for keywords that are linked with a specific location to best serve their searchers. So you know that you need content on your homepage, right? What you might not know is that the #1 search on Google for water damage restoration services is about 1,500 to 2,500 words of content. So right now you guys are sitting at just under 1,000 words of content, which is really great. You just need the right authoritative content that is keyword rich. So you guys have a really nice looking website. It's interactive. It's easy to navigate. It looks really clean. What also counts on your website is what your pictures are saved as. So if we look, you just see it's a bunch of random characters. This is a place where you could utilize inserting some of those keywords so that Google is finding you guys for what people are searching for. I've pulled up your competition, Rocky Mountain Restoration, and they're actually sitting at less content than you guys. They have just over 800 words of content. They just did a better job at dialing in those key phrases that Google is looking for. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this little tool. It's called Ahrefs. I pay a couple $100 a month for it, but essentially what it does is it gives me behind the scenes details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So here I ran your competitor. Let's see if you guys are still on here. This is Rocky Mountain Restoration site. They're ranking for 1,500 keywords. That's giving them a traffic of 2,800 people per month to their site. So if we look in here, we can see some of the keywords that they're ranking for. And some of these, are not location specific, like I said. So these are not super helpful to them. When we look at water damage restoration Phoenix, they're getting 700 or 730 people are searching for that a month, and they're in the 2nd position. Again, brand specific isn't really helpful for you guys either. Water damage Phoenix, Arizona, 270. Water damage Phoenix, 530 people are searching for that a month. And so you can see how these really start to add up. When we go back and look at your guys' site, you guys are ranking for 53 keywords, and you guys are getting a traffic of 45 people visiting your site every month. So when we look at some of the keywords that you guys are ranking for, Phoenix disaster restoration, 30 people searching for it a month. Restoration Phoenix, another 30. Mold removal Scottsdale, 50. So you guys are ranking for some of those location-specific keywords, but you can see you're in the 30th position, 17th, right? So what happens when we come over to Google and we search for one of those high-intent keywords that Rocky Mountain Restoration is ranking for? So when we put in water damage restoration Phoenix, we have the ad section here. And ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if the foundation for your website isn't dialed in. So just be careful not to burn money with Google Ads until you know for sure that your site is going to convert. And now the second thing that I wanted to talk to you about is citations. And what are citations? So citations are your business name, address, and phone number that are listed on different directories throughout the web. So these are places like Yelp, Better Business Bureau, and even your social media profiles. Okay, so why are these important? When we scroll down past the ads, we have the Google Map Pack. And I'm sure you've seen this a million times when you're looking for a restaurant or activities to do. They come up with the top 3 ranked competitors. And in your industry, this is especially important to be in one of these top 3 spots because you guys deal with a lot of emergency situations. So most people are not going to scroll past these. They're going to pick from one of these top 3 places. So this is where citations come in and why they're important. The more citations that you have, the more Google sees you as an authoritative, trustworthy business. Okay, so how do you get citations? Well, there's software out there that you can use that tells you exactly where these top 3 competitors are getting their citations from. And then you would go get those exact same ones, but not just stop there. You want to beat them out by 100, 150 to 200 more so that you guys are sitting comfortably at one of the top spots. Now let's talk about the third thing that I want to go over with you today, and that's link juice or backlinks. And this third pillar will really help you to dominate on Google. So when we scroll past the map pack, we have the organic section here. You can see Rocky Mountain Restoration is at the top. And you can see that you guys are not in one of these top spots, but that's where you want to be. And to get there, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some relevancy, or it's link juice. It's pushing power to that other site. And it's kind of like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So let me give you an example. If you guys are a water damage, fire damage, mold, and so forth restoration company, right? So say you do work for a commercial business who has had that kind of damage done, and they go on their website and they give you guys a shout out and it links back to your website. That's a strong, relevant link for you guys. So when we come over and we look at your guys' website overview again, we can see that you guys have 353 backlinks, which is not bad. It's just not dominant. When we look at your competition, they have 2,000 backlinks that are coming into their site from strong, relevant sources. So once again, how do we get these? Well, on Ahrefs and here we can see exactly where their backlinks are coming from, and we can go get those same ones for your business. All right, so getting you guys to the top isn't magic. It's just a method, and this is the method to the madness. So what we went over, content, your front page needs probably at least 1,000 more words. Citations, you want to have 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And then finally, link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google that you are the authority. All right, so where do we go from here? Well, like I said, you guys are more than willing, more than welcome to take this information and use it for yourselves. Totally fine with that. But if you want to skip the learning curve, if you want to focus your energy on your next job, call me. My phone number is 907-957-1027. Again, my name is Natalie, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good one.